How to start a Shopify business. So in this video, I'll be guiding you step by step on how to exactly start a Shopify business. So let's start. So before we can even begin, right, you'll need to have a Shopify account to have a Shopify business. So don't worry if you don't have one yet, because you can actually use the link in the description below to get a good deal from Shopify where you'll be able to use Shopify for 3 days for free. And then if you still want to continue using Shopify for the next 3 months, you'll be able to pay for $1 for each of those 3 months. All right. So once you create a Shopify account with the link in the description below, right, you should look something like this, right? So this is the dashboard of where your Shopify store will be hosted, right? And this is where you're going to be making every changes when it comes to your Shopify store. So one of the first things you're going to need to do, of course, is find products to sell on Shopify, right? Now, if you already have products to sell, you can fast forward for where we add a product if you need help, or where we customize the store as well. All right. So if you need products to sell right on Shopify, no worries. I'll have 3 great resources for you and an app that you could go and download for free from the Shopify App Store to also start selling on Shopify. So one of the best places that you can start to do some research is going on TikTok. Yes, TikTok is a great research platform to go see what is trending, what other people are selling on TikTok, on Shopify, right? And just to get your gears moving, right? This is like you might not find the product on TikTok, but you'll start to think of ideas of what you might be interested in selling, right? It might be, an industry that you you just didn't know you actually wanted to try selling in. Like, for example, air filters, right? Maybe you see a TikTok video, of an air filter that you want to sell because because that homeowners need it every single time, and like every 3 months or so they need to buy a new one so that clean air is coming out of their HVAC system, right? Another great tool that you could go and use is called Google Trends. Google Trends allows you to quickly see what people are searching for, right? And so this is again a great time to just use this tool to see if the niche that you're interested in has potential, and if it's people are actually searching for it, right? So like, let's take an example like sleep deprivation, right? So if we change the filters to United States, because we want to target the bigger market, right? And we can see here over time it's been slowly gaining traction, right? So we know that people are searching when it comes to sleep deprivation, right? So that's good news for you, right, when you're doing research, because that means people are interested. So now you just so you know that there's like intent, but now you need to find products to sell, right? And so that's where you need to do a little bit more research about, like, maybe you want to sell sleep masks, right, that help with sleep deprivation, maybe supplements, right? Maybe it's a blanket or a special pillow, right? So you just have to get your gears moving, and so this is just a great tool just to get to know if that niche has potential or not. And then another great place that you can actually look for is online marketplaces. So think about Amazon, think about Alibaba, think about AliExpress, right? Etsy as well as another great platform, right, where you'll be able to go ahead and see what people are buying. So like, if you want to be in the sleep space, right, then maybe you want to look at something in sleep, or maybe in the home space, right? You go to home, right, and maybe you want to sell something like let's say home kitchen and dining, right, in that space, and you want to go even more. So we'll do like small kitchen appliances, right? And then from here, go to filters and select Etsy Specs and Star Sellers, and this will show you some of the best sellers, what people are actually buying, right? So this might be an interesting product that you might want to sell, right? A parsley chopper, right? Or a Danish bread cutter, right? Again, these are just to just get your ideas on what people are actually buying, what's a really popular product that people are actually buying, right? Because that's what you want to find first, is products that people actually need and will use, because that's how you'll make money, right? All right, so let's pretend that we did our research, right? It should take you only 1 day to do this type of research, right? You should not be spending like more than a week on this, right? And so let's pretend we did our research, and for this video I'm going to be in the dog space. I want to sell something in the dog space, right? And more, I want to sell dog beds, right? So that's going to be my niche, right? So to add, but I don't have any dog beds, physically dog beds here to like sell, right? So what I'm going to use is actually a app called DSERS, right? So I'm going to just open my apps page, and you're gonna want to just go and download it, right? So you can go to your all apps, right? Your Shopify app store. Well, I'm just gonna just click here. I have my notes here. Right, so you're gonna want to download this app. I'll have the link for this in the description below, so you guys can just click on it and download it, right? So I've already installed it, and it's very simple. It takes less than 5 minutes to install, right? So once you install it, right, it's gonna look something like this. There we go. So it's gonna look something like this, where you're gonna have a ton of products that you could go and sell, right? And one of the best things about this is that you don't have to have the inventory, right? So once somebody purchases some from your Shopify store, right, they will handle the fulfillment. So they will ship it directly to your customer. All right. So again, I'm gonna be in the dog business, right? So I want to sell dog beds. So dog beds. Oops. OG dog. Dog. All right. And it's just taking a long time here to load up. All right. So here we have some dogs beds that we can start selling, right? And so let's say we like one already, like this one here. So what you can do here is just, so once you find one that you like, right, you could just go ahead and click this empty checkbox, right, and select add to import list, right? So now it should be in our import list. So you could just close this tab and go back to your import list on the main menu here of your dashboard. So once you click import list, you should see the dog bed there. And there we go, right? So for this one, I'm gonna look for another dog bed that I had already. So I'm just gonna go look for it quickly. All right, so for this one, we're gonna select this dog bed, right? Add to my import list. All right, so it should be there now. So what I'm gonna do is go to my import list, and there it is. So all you need to do now to add it to your store is select this empty checkbox, right? Select push to store. You want to make sure it's going to show your store, and so you always confirm if that's the right store by going to your settings and just confirming the domain name, right, if that matches. And so mine matches perfectly. I'm going to only push the overview. All images I want it to be pushed into my Shopify store channel, right? So yeah, I want it only to publish to my online store, and yeah, so we're good to go. So now we're going to just select push to store. All right, so now you'll see that's being pushed to my online store. And we should see a successful message here, right here, right? So all we need to do now is go to our Shopify account, right? Go to products, and we should see it right here. So there we go. We just added our very first product to our Shopify business. So now you're gonna go select the product, right, that we just added, and we're gonna just make some changes, right? Since we are in the dog business, it doesn't make sense that we have cats. So I'm gonna just remove, right? And we're gonna just move this one here because I like this one more. We're gonna remove this. And we're just gonna just make a couple of changes. I think that's it for now. All right, so let's say that we're happy with this now, right? We're gonna just move this one here to have it there. Okay, so now what I like about using DSERS, right, is that pretty much imports a lot of information for you already, right? So you have the product images, so you don't have to order a like sample product to take a lot of images, right? You might need to order a sample one, maybe if you want to make TikTok videos, but like you could probably find like an AI tool to help you with that if you don't want to, right? We're gonna just do pet beds, pet bed, yeah, for large dog, and yeah, for large dogs, right? Okay, and so we're gonna just customize this because this is not good. Oh, delete. Delete. You don't need any of this, right? Oop. And just delete. Cancel. Right, so it just duplicates the images. We're gonna just use AI here to help us create a description for it. Okay, boom, we have it. Right, so now you could go ahead and like just change what type of dog bed variants you want to sell, right? So if you want to sell every single one of them, you can, and you just want to go ahead and update the pricing, right, as well, so that you'll be able to make a profit, right? So that's something that you'll want to take into account, and then you're just gonna make this a lot more easier for everybody here. Pet bed for large dog. There we go. Save. All right, so let's pretend that we made all our changes now. We've updated, our pricing for the dog beds, and we're happy with this, right? So one of the next things we're going to need to go ahead now that we've added a product, right, is to, of course, customize our online store so that we can have it to our look and feel. So to do this, you're going to select online store on the left here. And so by default, you'll see that Shopify already has the Horizon theme. This is by default. You could go ahead and change it or use it. It's up to you, right? So for this video, we're just going to keep it simple and we're going to just use the Horizon theme. So let's go ahead and edit the theme by clicking edit. And so this will open up the theme editor inside of Shopify, right? So to make changes, right, to the store, you'll see that if you click on it, you'll see a blue container hovering over it, right? So this will tell you where you're which parts you want to edit, right? So you can make some customizations to fit the style that you like, right? So if you click here, you'll be customized the main menu, right? I mean the header, sorry. And so you could customize where you want the logo to be, right? And how you want the menu to react as well, right? Do you want it to be in the center, left, right? Do you want the search icon on and off, right? We're gonna leave it on. Do you want language selector, country, region on or off, right? The flag on or off, right? So you can make again all these changes from here by just clicking, right? So let's go ahead and make some customization changes, right, to our store. So first off, we're gonna make changes to our logo, right? So you can either hide it, right, or we could go ahead and edit the logo. So let's go ahead and edit the logo, and we could go ahead and select a logo, right? And we're going to add files. Actually, let's try the AI generated. Let's see if it comes out good. Dog paw logo. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I have an image, right? I guess that's one of the downsides of using, oh, there we go. It's actually pretty okay, so we'll keep it. There we go. And so we just added a logo to our store, right? And of course, you can customize it. Just do 100%. And you can also change the mobile style too as well, right? So that's something that you might want to take into account, right? You also can add the icon. So if you don't like this icon, like for your Shopify store, if you don't want to use the Shopify logo, right, you can go ahead and just add your own, right? Well, of course, it's not going to have a logo because it doesn't have one, but you could just use the same one, right? So super easy to do, right? So we're going to go ahead, keep making some changes. Oops, there we go. And we're going to just do some changes like the color palette. Oh no, colors, background, where are you? Colors. Pages. Okay, so we're gonna just make some changes here to our store, right? So we have some images that I have created with using AI. So I didn't know that we had this new feature. This will be helpful to a lot of you. So add files. And we're going to go to products, and we're just going to upload these two. Okay, we're gonna keep that one done. So as you can see here, right, we're just making some easy changes. A comfy bed, right? For the button, we don't want it to go to all products since we're only selling one product. We're only selling a dog bed, right? So I want to make sure that I make it really easy for our customers when they visit to be able to go directly to the product page of the dog bed, right? If I had multiple products, then yeah, going to the product page makes sense. Next, we're gonna add some testimonials, right? Because testimonials is really important, right, when it comes to selling, right, products and getting people to buy things. So what we could do is use apps, and we could use our looks, right? But I want to do custom. How we're, don't tell me you don't have. So here we might have to use AI. But I don't want to add section, generate. Okay, I want to have a section where I can add 3 custom reviews from customers. Right, while the AI is doing that, right, we're gonna go ahead and make some changes to this product, the feature collection. Since we only have one product, we don't want that. We're gonna just make it really easy, and go ahead and add our product page. So if we do products, section, there we go. We don't want all the products. Feature product. This is the one that we want. You're gonna want to go select here and select the dog bed. Right. Of course, I would need to make a lot more changes here. So here I'll probably just remove a lot of the variants and like only have. No, not even this. I would not like it actually. So this is coming along. But it's not what I was looking for. Yeah, no, we're gonna just delete this. That doesn't look good. Add a section. We're gonna just add a simple product page then. Products. Or actually, we're gonna just keep it simple and leave it as that. Media 2. I don't want another media. And whoop. There we go. Okay. So here I wanted the text here, but I guess it might just be a different theme. I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna try another theme. Let's go with free themes, and let's just go with well, this one looks good. This one has this text that I want. Try theme. Alright, and so that's what I like about using Shopify. It just makes it so easy just to try things, right? If one doesn't work, then you can just try another theme. And sometimes Sidekick works. I mean, Sidekick did work there, it created, but I didn't like it how it did it. Edit theme. Okay, so let's add some images here. This one we want here. Let's update the logo. Select the logo here. That as well. And this one looks a little bit more elegant, right? So it might be our best bet here. No, your dogs. Bed. Your dog's next bed, right? Here, let's see if I can find something else. Section. This one looks pretty cool. Here's the quote that we want. Right, we're gonna add the other one that I really like here. So here I would probably like replace this icon with like, oh no, actually made with care team. Kind of like it. Of course, I'll add like some dog icons as well, right? Instead. But let's just keep this. We're going to use a fake testimonial that I had ChatGPT create. Oops. And we're going to leave this one out. This one is out. And we're going to do the 5 stars. And so, buy now, and now, again, we're going to link it to our main product page because we don't want them to go to our product page. And I just delete this. We're going to replace this image with this one here. We're going to remove the collections. We're going to remove accessories. And there you go. So here I would just like I literally moved, if it was possible, which I think it is, I would add a select product, boom. Of course I would not want that. This one can be removed. This one, let's see if I can move this. Okay. Nope. There we go. Almost there. There we go. Over the dog bed. Right? And so, what I'm going to do is just remove this one actually. Boom. It looks really professional now. Next bed. Yeah. Right. So now, if you're happy, right, you could go ahead to the products page now by selecting under the home page here, products, and select the only product that we have. Again, this is not like I would need to go ahead to the products page inside of my Shopify here and like probably just remove a lot of these ones here, right? So like I'll probably select all of them except this one. I like this color, or actually this one actually. I like this color. We're gonna delete it. Okay, so we only have that one. And I'll need to update the images, right? So that'll be something I would need to do. Where it'll be like, yeah, we only have a few of them. And not in these colors. Okay. And remove. And I would just actually we'll keep that one. I'll just use these images here for now. And like I'll probably go on Google Gemini and just like literally create more images like this, right? So that I have more images to share and add. Click save. We're gonna save here. There we go. So I made the change on the own. When it's on here. Let me just make it, yeah, so. The variants I would need to review here. We'll just remove, delete. And yeah, only the sizes will stay because we have different sizes. Okay, and let's go again to edit. And products page. There we go, it's a lot better, right? Then we could just see what we have here. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll remove this because I do not need this. If I could just select the whole box. I'll remove this. I know I can remove this whole box. It'll have to be like this then. Oh, there we go. I had it there. There we go. Boom. And so we have it there. So now we are happy with it. So we're gonna make some changes to the main menu, right? Because right now there's no way for the customer to find the product on the main menu, right? So yeah, we're gonna change this. So to do this, you just make sure you click save on the theme editor, and you're gonna select pages here. And from here you can add pages, right? Any custom pages, add page, right? And you'll be able, and just make sure you select visible visible, right? So that you'll be able to add it to the main menu by going to content, menus, main menu. And so let's make some changes here. So we're going to remove this one, and we're going to add a product page, dog bed. There we go. And we're going to just make some changes here. Frequently asked questions. There we go. So now if we go back to our store, I think it's, oh yeah, it's not the first one, so we'll need to go to online store, preview, and there you go. Like, it looks a lot more better, right? I'll just remove some of these things, right, to match it, right? It looks a lot more elegant, the main menu here, right? We have our testimonial, buy now, and then we have it here as well, so like they can quickly buy from here if they want to, right? And so yeah, it's just simple, easy, right? Just to get started, right? So now that we customized our store and we added pages, right? One of the next things you're gonna want to do is go ahead and set up payments, right? So let's go ahead and do that right now. So to do this, you're gonna select settings on the bottom left here. You're gonna select payments. And so you're gonna select Shopify payments, right? So if Shopify payments is available in your country, right, you'll be able to go ahead and complete the setup really quickly, easy, right? If it's not available in your country, right, Shopify payments, because Shopify payments is not available in all countries, right, you could go ahead and use this quick resource from Shopify where you can enter your country. So like, I'm just gonna put Canada, and it will show you all the payment gateways that are supported in your region, right? And another thing is that since Shopify payments is using Stripe technically, right? If you have your own Stripe account, you will not be able to use your own Stripe account if Shopify payments is available, right? You need to use Shopify payments. The only way you can use your own Stripe account is if you get, like, let's say, suspended from Shopify payments, right? Then you'll be able to add your own Stripe account, right? And then you'll have the option for additional payment method, right? So adding a PayPal, right? So to give your customers another way to purchase your products. And then shipping delivery, right? Really straightforward here. You just want to make sure you have the correct shipping rate set up, right? So if a Canadian customer buys from me, right, they'll be able to add to checkout and be charged the right amount for my product, right? So if a US customer finds my store and they try to add a product to cart, they won't be able to add the product to cart. It will show out of stock. This is very common, and the solution to this fix is just to make sure you have your United States market set up properly, because Shopify needs to know how much to charge your customer for shipping, right? And so that's why Shopify won't allow the customer to add the item to cart and will show out of stock, right? And so it's something to take into account right here. And then you have your taxes and duties, right? Taxes and duties, right? Again, you want to go and reach out to your accountant or your tax advisor just to make sure that you have set up properly the taxes for your online store, right? The other thing that you want to set up is your domains, right? So you can connect an existing domain. So if you bought one from like GoDaddy or Hostinger, right, you go ahead and enter a domain, copy the DNS records into your domain provider, right? Or you could go ahead and buy a domain within Shopify, right? Or you could do something much more affordable and buy a domain using Hostinger with the link in the description below, where you could get like a domain ending in .com for like almost for free for the first year, right? Instead of paying $20 from Shopify, you'll pay nothing, almost nothing on Hostinger for the first year, and then you'll pay $20 a year every year after that. So again, I'll have the link for that in the description below, so you guys go check them out. All right, so now that you've set up payments, your taxes, shipping, delivery, right, in your domains, right, you want to go and download a few apps for your Shopify store, right, to get you started. And so one of the first few apps that you're gonna want to download, right, after you download the SERS, right, you're gonna want to download Flow. So Flow is a Shopify Flow app, free app that allows you to have automations for your store. So this is really, really great when you have abandoned check, when you need to create flows for like a recover abandoned checkout, or like when a customer buys and you want to send like a thank you, you'll be able to do this with Shopify Flow, right? So again, and there's a ton of templates they could choose from, right? And so that's one of the benefits about this, is that again, a lot of templates that you can just start to use. And since you will be sending emails with Shopify Flow, you'll need to have the messaging app as well. So you'll need to go with Shopify messaging. And here you'll be able to send marketing emails, right, for free to start, right? So like you'll get 10,000 emails each month are free. After that, it starts $1 for every 1,000 emails, which is pretty decent, right? So yeah, you can just use this as your main source to reach out to your customers. Another app you want to have is Shopify Inbox. So Shopify Inbox is a fantastic tool just to get started with like simple customer support, right? So like if customers have questions about like, do you offer refunds, right? You can so if a customer reaches out on the bottom left, so let me show you quickly. So if a customer reaches out, right, and you have like, they ask like, you know, a common question that you've answered hundreds of times, you can go ahead and have a chat system like this where it's like, do you have a return policy, right? And if they click that, you can have an automated response, right? And then your customers can still reach out to you, right, as well. So that's another benefit of using Shopify Inbox when you're first getting started, just to help you with managing that customer support, and so you can focus more on growing your store and marketing it, right? And so that's pretty much it on getting started with, like, you could download Shopify Spy as well, right? This is just another app that I recommend you download, just to see what other stores are doing, right? So if you want to just see what products that they're using, right, this again will help you out a lot with seeing what other stores, what's working for other stores, right? You can also see what theme they're using. So if you like the theme, you could go ahead and like know what theme it is and add it to your store and just make the changes to fit your brand as well. So yeah, I'll have the link for this in the description below, so you guys go check it out. So that's pretty much it. And after that, right, you could go ahead and launch your store, right? Just review every page just to make sure everything is good. Test the checkout process. Want to make sure if it's mobile response, and yeah, and from there you publish your store and start marketing it, right, and start driving traffic to generate those early sales for your product. If you guys have any questions, comment down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.